they were not comfortable with me preparing food for them because they felt that I may spread my condition through the food. I've been called ugly by some people who felt like it would have some sort of impact. I have been called a cow. There are cows who have my shade combination, and I wouldn't want to be called a cow. My name is Rumbie Faith Mugabe. I am known as Chef Rumbie. I am a chef by profession and I'm 31 years old. I am based in Harare, Zimbabwe currently. I was first diagnosed with vitiligo at 21. That's when my condition started. So vitiligo is basically when your skin pigment is wearing off. What we all have in our systems are what are called melanocytes, which are skin pigment cells. So they're the ones that produce the pigment, which is the color. Either you're brown, if you're African, if you're white, we all have a certain shade to us. How it's impacted my career, I think that I have an opportunity to make a mark and people don't easily forget me. I think I've been fortunate enough to use it to my advantage in a way, because I know that when I walk into a room, I command a certain level of attention. So I've used that to make money, I've used that to make a name for myself, and I've used that to make myself unforgettable. There are people who feel uncomfortable with people who look different preparing their food. I did a house call in the suburbs, and unfortunately they were not comfortable with me preparing food for them because they felt that I may spread my condition through the food. And as a result, I lost the client, which was okay, but I also wasn't able to educate them because they weren't open-minded enough to receive the information I was trying to give. I actually believe that society has built and continuously continued to alter and build more and more unrealistic standards, from hair to makeup to bodies. As an individual, you should be in a position to allow yourself to learn yourself and to learn to love yourself, because you're not going to wake up looking like the next person. Your story is a different story, your body is a different body, your name is a different name for a reason. I have been called a cow. There are cows who have my shade combination, and I wouldn't want to be called a cow. It's a bit offensive because I don't have fur. I've been called ugly by some people who felt like it would have some sort of an impact. I've been called what in Shona they would call it a monster. However, no, I'm very beautiful, so I don't need to wait for anybody to tell me that, because I've learned, like I said, I've learned by myself to learn to love myself the way I am. And I also come from a household that has continuously told me I am beautiful and continuously told me I am. My stepdad actually calls me sunshine. The second thing would be kudos to my family, my siblings, my parents. They're the most amazing. Not a time that they have made me feel like I'm different. They have been the most amazing. They've been the most supportive. Different always stands out. Whether it's in a crowd, whether it's in a shrub, you will always see that one purple flower that stands out in greenery. So dare to be different, own your different, because in owning your different, you stand out. And in standing out, you can conquer the world. You can take over anything. Not take over the world, of course. Look at me. I've worked so hard. It hasn't been easy, but I have allowed myself to make an honest living by standing out in my appearance, in owning my appearance, in learning to love myself and helping other people learn to love themselves.